Okay, I'm sitting here with Dad, and he's going to tell you the story about climbing Mount Rainier and some of the things that he did to get up the hill. I guess apparently they stayed overnight. So tell me more about that. You guys went to Camp Muir.
Yeah, we stayed all night in Camp Muir, got up early. I don't remember what time it was, but it was dark, and climbed up Ingraham and up to the top of Mount Rainier, and we camped on top. And I got down kind of in those little, there's kind of a crater up there, and we stayed all night. And then when we got ready to come back, we went back down and found that the way we had came up had disintegrated and broke up, and we couldn't get back through there.
Was it disintegrated because of the weather? It started to melt?
It just started breaking up like ice does, well, we maybe could have, but it was too dangerous. We were afraid to cross in a certain place. So we packed everything back up, went on the other side of the mountain, came out on the north side, and when we got out where we get a phone, we called some of the guys' wives, and they came and picked us up.
So were you leading this climb, you and Ed, and you were taking a bunch of people, or what? How many people were with you?
There were quite a few people. I can't remember whether it was a climb that we led or whether we were just on a climb with somebody with them. I can't remember.
So when you're on the other side, like, what would that be? Would that be Eatonville or Ording? You have to walk down to Ording to get a phone, or
no? What's the name of their?
It would be not Paradise, but Longmere.
No, Longmere's on the same side as Paradise. I can't remember the name of them.
Is it Sunset? Something
like that.
Yeah.
So that was our experience on Mount Rainier.
So you can, in those days, in that time, you could camp on top of Mount Rainier?
Yes. We did anyway.
Well, so you don't know if it was legal or illegal, huh? But that's where you camped?
We camped on the top of Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Baker.
Huh.
We never camped on top of Mount Adams or Glacier Peak.
What was the? Do you remember how? I mean, was it like? Do you remember what time of year it was? Was it in July, August?
No, I don't remember what time of year it was.
I mean, was there not any threat of changing weather, or?
Well, there's always a threat of changing weather, but no, we had fairly good weather on that trip.
Sounds like it. You're lucky. So, okay. Got anything else you want to say?
Well, my first experience on Mount Rainier was with your Uncle Darrell.
I think I was on that trip.
No, you wasn't on that one. We started out and we had our old street shoes on.
Okay.
We headed up that thing, and we got up to where we could see the top, but it was getting late. And I told Darrell, I said, we got to turn back or we're going to get caught up here. And so we never did get to the top, but I often thought how stupid we were up there in our old street shoes and clothes, not prepared at all. And that's when I decided I was going to go take the climbing course.
Okay. So now when you said street shoes, like, are you talking like just your like rubber boots, or were they like tennis shoes, or just your Sunday clothes?
Just a
pair of Oxfords?
Pair of Oxfords.
And you're kind of wondering why You didn't. You decided that was probably not right way to do it. You went and decided to try to do it the right way.
Yeah. I think somewhere in those pictures, movies that I have a picture of Daryl, and he's got ice all over his chin and nose.
Uh-huh. What made you guys decide to do that? Do you know? Do you remember you were just sitting around talking, or what?
No, we just started walking and just kept going and didn't have the brains enough to turn around and come back.
Well, okay. Well, you got anything else you want to say?
Well, no, that was one of my goals, was to climb the 6 major peaks in the Northwest, and I did that, so that was good enough.
The 6 major peaks, and that would be Rainier, Adams, St. Helens, Baker, Olympus,
Jefferson.
That's the one down in Oregon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when we were down there, the next day we climbed up, and we were going to climb Three Finger Jack. And we camped kind of below the spires, and the mosquitoes were so bad that we got in our sleeping bags and hung our heads over the lip of the cliff so the wind would blow and we could keep off of the mosquitoes. But we finally climbed the...
Was that the last one of the 6, Jefferson?
Seems like I'm missing something. Oh, one mount wasn't a major one that I never did finish the climb, but I always thought I would. It was Mount Stewart, or not Mount Stewart, one up by Glacier. The weather turned bad, could see the top, but we had to turn around, and I never did go back and finish it.
Well, I guess it's still there.
Oh yeah, and I'm not going to climb it.
Well, you never know. Okay, anything else you got?
No, I'll let it go with that.
Okay.